from EMP. Next one, group by what? Group by job. So the previous one is department wise, but this is job wise. Okay. Oh, next, let's see. Execute this. Then. Now, so this is analyst minimum salary is what? 3450. Maximum 3450. Total. How many analysts? 2. Then. Okay. So what this is job wise. It's not calculating these values from the whole table. It is calculating what? Job wise. For every job, it is calculates what? Minimum, maximum, total number of employees. Okay. Then next. But what I want is, I want to display what? Display year wise number of employees. The previous one is job wise, but I want to show year wise number of employees. Then I want to calculate this number of employees joined in each year. I want to calculate number of employees joined in each year. Year wise number of employees. Okay, na? Oh, what? Year wise number of employees. Then select what? How to get the year? Year. So if it is job wise means grouping is based on job. Department wise means grouping is based on department. Year wise means grouping is based on year. But grouping is based on year. Year is different, height date is different. Height date not only contains year, height date contains year, month, day, but is asking only year wise. Then grouping is based on year. How to get the year from height date? Date part. You have to use what? Date part. YY, comma what? Height date. So grouping is based on what? Year. Grouping is based on year. For each year, how many groups are created? How many groups are created? Depends on how many years. How many years? For example, you see select star from EMP. See the table, actual table. See the how many groups are created depends on how many years. 1980 becomes one group. 81 becomes one group. 82 becomes one group. 83 becomes one group. How many groups are created? 4. 80, 81, 82, 83. So total 4 groups are created. And for each group, what do you want to show? For each group, I want to show what? Years and employees. How many employees? Years. Year. I want to show the year. Then date part. YY comma what? Height date. As what? Year comma number of employees. What are the number of employees? Count star. Then select date part, height date as year, count star from MP, group by height date. So let me run this. 1980, how many? 1, 81, 10, 82, 2, 83, 1 employee. Okay, so what it is showing? It is showing what? Year-wise number of employees as count. Okay, then. That means in group by, you can also call what? You can also use functions. In group by, you can also use functions. Okay, then. So this calculates what? Year-wise number of employees. Understood? Okay, next. If I want month-wise, then instead of YY, you have to give MM. I want day of the week wise. Sunday, how many? Monday, how many? Tuesday, how many? Like this. Then DW. DW. Then what? Day. Day. Day wise number of employees. Yes. But it will show day number, not day name. I want name. Don't use date part. Use what? Date name. Use date name. Date name. So run this. Friday, how many? 2. Monday, 1. Saturday, 1. Sunday, 1. Thursday, 4. Tuesday, 3. Wednesday, 2. What it is showing? It is showing what's it? Day wise. Day wise number of employees joined. Okay, na? Then. So display what? Day wise. Day wise number of employees joined. So just it is only based on group by. If you want day wise, grouping is based on day. You want month wise, grouping is based on month. You want year wise, grouping is based on year. Group by, why you are using this function? Because in my table, year is not there. Date is there. Date is there. From the date, you have to get the year. How to get the year from date? Hide date part. Next one. Year, day of the week is not there. What is there? Date is there. But day of the week is not there. How to get the day of the week? How to get the day of the week? By using what? Date name. By using the date name. Okay, next. Next one. So, for example, like display what, for example, display what, okay, display, then display what's that, month wise, display what, month wise number of employees joined in the year 1981. Display month wise number of employees joined in the year 1981. In the year 1981, how many employees joined? Month wise. I want to show month wise. January, how many? February, how many? March, how many? But not in the all years, only 1981. Then, what? Hmm? How? So first, how to get month wise? What? Like, okay, now what is month? Okay, then what this gives? This gives what? Month wise. January, how many? February, how many? March, how many? It gives month wise. But not all years. Not all years. Only 1981. Only 1981. But here it is grouping all the years now. It will consider all years, 80, 81, 82, 83, all years are considered. But I want only 81. Then where? Apply the where condition. What is the where condition? Where, what? Date. What? Like only year, date part, YY comma height date equals to 1981. That means, so then once again, like first it goes to what? First it goes to EMP table. First it goes to EMP table. After going to EMP table, from EMP table, what are selected? From EMP table, what are selected? Only year 1981 is selected. From EMP table, what are selected? Employees joined in what? 1981. There are 10 employees joined in 1981. If you want, you can see this. There are what? 10 employees. There are 10 employees joined in 1981. Then this where condition selects how many rows? This selects how many rows? 10 rows. This selects 10 rows. Then how many rows are sent to group by? How many rows are sent to group by? How many rows? How many rows are sent to group by? 10 rows. So first it goes to EMP table. From EMP table, SQL selects what? Employees joined in 1981. There are 10 employees. The 10 employees are sent to what? Group by. How many rows are sent to group by? 10 rows. But group by will group the records based on what? Month. How many groups are created? Depends on months. Okay, na? Depends on what's that? Months. So how many groups are created depends on the months. Okay, then after grouping the records, from each group, what it selects? Month and number of employees. So first it go to table bars. From table, it will select employees joined in what? 1981. So like if you want like this, first what? It goes to the table. This is the table. Select star from EMP. It goes to the table. After going to the table, from table, it selects what? Employees what? Joined in what? 1981. 1981. So how many employees joined in 1981? There are 10 employees. You see that there are 10 employees. So, and this will select 10. Okay, selects 10. And how many rows are sent to group by? How many rows are sent to group by? 10 rows. 10 rows are sent to group by. And group by will create the groups. How many groups are created? Depends on how many months. Okay, how many months? Okay, na? Next, from each group, it selects what month and what's that count, month and count. Okay, then April month, how many? 1, December 2, February 2, June 1, May 1, November 1, September 2, like. So what it is showing? It is showing what month-wise number of employees. Okay, then. Okay, then. Okay, now that's what this gives. This gives what? Okay, then. Now, month wise. Okay, next. So this is like how to use where condition. How to use where condition. Okay, now next, suppose, for example, I'll ask display. Okay, then display the what departments having more than 3 employees. Which departments are having more than 3 employees? Display the departments having more than 3 employees. So find the departments having more than 3 employees. Find the departments having more than 3 employees. What? Find the departments having more than 3 employees. Then what? Okay, select the departments having more than 3 employees. So once again, suppose what? Select from what's that EMP group by what department number, but what do you want to show? Department wise count as count. So it will show department wise count. But I don't want all the departments. I want only the departments having more than 3 employees. Then where departments having more than 3 employees. How to write this? Where group by is there already. Count star greater than 3. Count star greater than 3. Then what this gives? Error. I given a rule. Aggregate functions are not allowed in where class. This min, max, sum, average, count, These functions are not allowed in what where class. They are allowed in only select and having clauses. Sir, okay na? Understood or not? Then, sir, one second. Listen this first. Sir, actually, SQL Server calculates count department wise count after group by now, before group by now. SQL Server calculates department wise count after group by now, before group by now. After group by. Okay. Sir, one second. Listen. If the data is like this, it cannot calculate department wise count. This is the table. If data is like this, it cannot calculate department wise count. If data is like this, then it can calculate department wise count. If data is like this, it cannot calculate department wise count. If data is like this, then it can calculate what? Department wise count. That means to calculate department wise count, what is required? To calculate department wise count, what is required? Grouping is required. What is required? Grouping is required. So, but here, that means SQL Server calculates department wise count after group by now, before group by now. After group by. It cannot calculate before group by, it can calculate after group by. So, but you are applying this condition what? Before group by. That's why it is giving error. Because it cannot calculate before group by, it can calculate after group by. So apply this condition after group by. But how to apply the conditions after group by? By using another class. What that class is? Having class. Having counts are greater than what, sir? 3. Then what this gives? 20, 30. 10 is not selected. Why 10 is not selected? Because 10th department count is not greater than 3. Only 20th and 30th department count is greater than 3. Understood? Then, so, but note down like this. What is select department number? Counts are from EMP. What is where counts are what? Greater than 3. Group by what? Department number. But what this query gives? This query gives error. Next. Okay, this gives error. Next. Why? Because SQL Server, what the reason is? SQL Server cannot calculate department wise count before group by, and it can calculate only what? After group by. So apply the condition counts are greater than 3 after group by, counts are greater than 3 after group by, using what? Having class. Then So this is important here, like where clause and what having clause. Understood? Then. So if you want to apply the conditions before group by, you want to apply the conditions before group by, use where clause. But you want to apply the conditions after group by, then use what? Having clause. Before group by, use where clause. After group by, use what? Having clause. Okay, then. Now, so first it goes to what? First it goes to empty table, 14 rows, and group the records based on what? Department wise. How many groups are created? 3 groups, 10, 20, 30. 10th department, 3 employees, 20th, 5 employees, 30th, 6 employees. Total 3 groups are created. So each group, 10th department, 3, 20th, 5, 30th, 6. Next one, it go to the first group. First group, what is the first group? 10. What is the count? 3. 3 greater than 3? No, condition false. 10th department is, 10th group is selected or not selected? Not selected. Go to next group, 20. What is the 20th group count? 5. Condition true, selected. Next, go to next group, 30th. What the count is? 5. 6. Condition true, selected. So from 3 groups, how many groups are selected? 2 groups, 20 and what? 30. And it go to 20th group, select what? It go to the 20th group, select what? From that group, what it selects? Department number. What is the department number? 20. Then calculates what? Count. What the count is? 5. Shows 5. Next, go to next group, 30th. What is the department number? 30. Select department number, 30. Next one, counts are, calculates counts are. What are the counts are? 6. Okay. Condition true? Yes. So total how many groups are displayed? 2 groups. 20 and what's that? 30. Okay. Then. So it's not showing 10 because 10th department, what? 10th department is less than what's that? Less than 3. Okay. Then. That's understood. So this is what one important in group by clause is. So when to use where clause, when to use what's that? Having clause. Okay. Where and having. So this is important in group by. Next one, where versus what? Having. Where versus having. Then where clause, having clause. Where clause, okay, selects specific rows. Having what? Selects specific groups. Where selects specific rows. Having select specific groups. Where conditions applied what? Conditions applied before group by, and here conditions applied what? Conditions applied after group by. Conditions applied after group by. Next one, third one. Okay, then. So one easiest way to identify in condition, if there is no aggregate function, use where clause. If aggregate function is there, use having clause. One easiest method to identify. Okay, na? Use where clause. If condition what? If condition doesn't contain what? Group function. Use where clause. If condition doesn't contain group function. Next one, use what? Having clause. If condition contains what? If condition contains what? Group function or aggregate function. Sorry, instead of writing group function, you write aggregate.